Hey everyone, this is Cynthia. Welcome to my channel. You're my Sinians, my sinners. So what I got right here, let me show you, is so I'm on my patio right now of my apartment, and so I can't really chop stuff down here. Obviously it'd be better to go out there into the woods, but it's extremely limited, and I'm not really supposed to be out there doing stuff, and people are going to see me with a hatchet running around an apartment complex. So I think that makes me uncomfortable. So this is actually a compost pile because I really like composting. So I put different bits of food in here. I bury it. I add some moisture, move it around, oxygenate it, jade it. I'm a master composter for the city of Arlington. I did a couple classes. And then I make black gold. And then these are the seeds of, I think, I forget what I put in here. This is probably, are there spikes? Eggplant. Yeah, these are probably eggplant, because I had some rotten eggplant that I threw out here. And they grew eggplants. I'm not doing anything with those. But anyways, sorry, tangent. That's me, get used to it. If you like that, subscribe. If you don't, unsubscribe. So I've taken this wood, and I got it here, and it's compacted in. So this is my chopping block. The dirt acts kind of as a sound barrier, so my neighbors don't hear me too much. Alternatively, I can pack this up and then do it this way, and then these edges give me a really firm surface to work with while a bit of an edge on the side. So the reason I have this all set up is I'm using my new Mora. It's the robust Mora, I think. It's a carbon Mora knife. I think it's the robust model, I forget. It was a gift from Mr. Fix-It on Bushcraftusa.com. Huge props, thank you, man. He also sent me some firewood. I understand why chubby wood. Everyone's like, you won't miss it. You won't be able to, you'll know it when you smell it. And I understand now what that means. And he also sent me a strop to keep this bad boy sharp. Then I've got my hatchet here. And what I'm actually doing is one of the bush class exercises, which is to create a pot hanger that's got adjustable sizes on it. I've already started the project before I got my GoPro out. I just got this GoPro. Please give me feedback if you think the video quality is good. I won't use it for everything, but I'll use my phone for some stuff. So I carved a notch right here, and then I carved a notch here. If I was smarter, I would have it memorized what that is. The only one I can remember, because it reminds me of my childhood, is the cabin notch, the log cabin notch, which is just a square, and that's where you go chink. But anyways, a notch. We're just gonna call it a notch because I don't know what else to call it. So I made this notch, and then this would be like this, and then this would be like this. So I'm gonna make another one, possibly another one. And then I also need to make a hook here so I can actually hook my cook pot to it. So there's been a few methods that I've used to try to do this. Sheer strength with the Mora. This Mora cuts way better than the Gerber Bear Grylls adventure knife I have, because it's serrated here, and this is where I get all the power, is right here at the base. On the other Bear Grylls I was trying to use the tip, and that was just not happening. Another method has been batoning. I'm not sure if it's batoning if you're not going straight through. I'm not doing much of this because it's a little wonky the way I'm doing it. So like this. And this, I think, is the most effective and gives me the most control, though this is not necessarily the ideal setup to do it. But this requires the least amount of effort to get what I want. It's weird because my eyes are looking down, I'm not lowering my head, so I'm hoping you guys can see. So that gave me roughly the shape I was looking for, a lot faster than I expected to get it. Yeah, a little fine tuning, but that'll work. It needs to be a little deeper. But let's go ahead and see if we can get the pot hook on the end now. Flip this around. Let's see how we want to do this. So this has a bunch of deadwood. I'm just gonna go carve that off, work with what I got. I do apologize for the lovely sounds of the hot rods. Yeah, let's get all this deadwood off here. The knots especially are kind of hard to get through. So I'm just trying to make it a little pretty. Hope you guys don't mind these more random videos. There's no story, there's no plan. I'm just doing a thing and I'm sharing myself doing the thing with you guys. Also, I can see how it'd be way easier to feather with this knife than it was that other knife. It was pretty much impossible. Look at that, look at that. That was so much easier. It was a real struggle to do with the other knife. So the right knife for the job definitely makes a difference. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you probably can do anything with either knife, but really they have their benefits and pros and cons. Okay, we're almost done getting this cleaned up. So that's gonna go like that. So I don't know if it matters, but if I put the weight here, it's gonna make it lean in, versus if I put the weight here, it might make it lean out. I'm not sure if that's how that would actually work with physics. Versus that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna make the hook on the inside and hopefully that's not the wrong decision. I'm trying to get rid of this knot. See? Also, welcome to all my new followers. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. All the comments you guys have been giving me have been really helpful, and I'm doing my best to take them to heart and put them in action. So we're gonna do the hook like this. So I'm gonna try to make a notch in and then make a groove down here. That way a pot rack can sit in it really well without splitting this. Yes? Yes? What do you want? So let's go ahead and make a little start to it. Yes? I'm hoping this is tilted down enough you guys can see, but oh well. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, just trying to get kind of a general shape. Because I'm so close to the end, I could easily crack. There's a crack right here, so I honestly can't probably do what I'm trying to do, but I should be able to get close. If I do it small enough, I probably can. So I'm not sure how to do it when I don't have much lead room. So this seems really dangerous. This seems like I want to kill myself. So this definitely seems like a bad position to try to do that. Try to be very aware whenever I'm using knives or firearms. I'd rather be a defensive knife user than a crazy... Okay, so got a little notch here. And my goal is to make it where it can hook in. So I'm not actually sure how we're gonna do this. So maybe if I baton it this way, it won't crack off, but we'll see. Do this right here, so ideally it's a little more stable. Oh, there, see, it cracked off. I knew that was gonna happen. That's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work for us. So because this is split, I might be able to get it up here instead. So let's try it this way. I'm gonna put one a little higher. I'm gonna do it right here. I'm gonna try to make it a little smaller. As long as I get that nook in, I shouldn't need much depth. This is probably not the most ideal bit of wood to work with, but working with what you got. A survival situation, you probably can't be all that choosy. Okay. Okay, so we're starting to get a notch. Try to dig in here. I just need to get this a little deeper. I was saying, oh, safety, safety, and I was still doing it down there. Which is probably okay to do it if you're using the right technique, but I don't know the right techniques yet. That is why we are learning. This is a learning channel. I learn with you. We learn together, not just you watching me to learn. I mean, I know most of you here are watching the judge, and that's okay. I invite the critiques, I invite the suggestions, I invite any way to improve. Let's see what we can get away with right here. So there's probably a technique here, I don't know, like the best way to try to do this. Okay, so if this is slanted when it's holding this, let's see how this is gonna lean. And when the weight's applied here, it might lean up and work. So let's try this. Making it a little bit deeper. Go. I think we might be good now. Nope, and then we go over here. And then, presto! And then we have this notch that we can move it up to. And then this notch. And we would make more notches going down. And this would be, you know, fixed onto a tree, or if the stick was longer, you would be able to just stick it straight in the ground and be able to control this, because if you don't control how close you are to the fire, the very first time I used this, I burned rice in it because I was directly on the flame, and it was like, ooh, bubble, bubble, cook, cook, and it looked great. The rice is great, but once I got to the bottom, it burned, even though I did actually add some oil to the bottom. So you got to control the amount of heat you have. The heavier your bottom, your hardware, even though you can burn stuff like in cast iron, it just disperses the heat better. You don't have as much heat dispersion in something like this because it's so thin. All right, fantastic. That looks good. And then on this end, I have my little carving, my little dude there. Cool, 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 cool. I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope to make a couple this weekend and upload them through next week. Feel free to give me ideas. And if you use bushcraftusa.com, the forum, which I do highly recommend that you do, add me. I'm Sentry on there. That's my name. Feel free to follow, add me. I'm not even sure how it works on there. Do my best to kind of learn the ropes. I'm not trying to assume I know things I don't. I really enjoy the process of learning and feeling my way through stuff. Anyways, Sentry signing out.